from the Port City, Mobile, Alabama, and Hancock Whitney Stadium. An opportunity to finish the season on a high note in the 68 Ventures Bowl. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Broncos offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Defense trying to be physical in pass coverage took it a little too far, and the offense will pick up the first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Second and long here. Grab behind the line. It's Brooks. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Out wide left, it's Fletcher. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. They'll need a bunch on second down. Motion from the wideout. On the run, it's Buckley. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Broncos will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. On the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So the Warhawks offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made.
He's loose on the right, at the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UL Monroe.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey.
Caught, and he's got room. He's at the 50. Ripped past midfield. Finally stopped at the 42, and that's the kind of chunk play that gets drives going. Straight ahead, it's Buckley. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Calls his own number. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down. They'll run it on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to ride this running back. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Hits the hole. It's Buckley. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Using his feet. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. And the Broncos trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Louisiana Monroe has the edge. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this?
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, the running back has it. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Keeps it himself. Now the pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline.
It's a fake he wants to throw. After the miss on 3rd down, the punt team is on the field. And the pass is incomplete, and the fake punt is a wash. Well, they got the throw off, but not much else good happened for them after that one, and they'll turn it over on downs. To the air, it's Lowry. Looking for the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
On the move from inside his 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. Here Here comes the Warhawks offense onto the field to go on the attack. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. They're all over it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Long way to go on second down. From the gun. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Third and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Warhawks are in the hurry-up.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this...
Makes the catch, and he's free. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Warhawks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top on second down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Snags it over the middle. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Snaps on fourth down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Buckley. All by himself down the middle. He's at the touchdown Broncos! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
And they tacked on the extra point. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Gets it out to the 33 before he goes out of bounds. The Louisiana Monroe offense heads out onto the field to open this drive. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And he's brought down after a short gain. And the Warhawks in the hurry-up. Churns into the pile. That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this first down. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. A run for the quarterback. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Warhawks will line it up on 1st and 10. Press center downs going to the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted deep in his own end. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover one man coverage. Just him and the wide out, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
On the ground, it's Buckley.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and...
Gonna let it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Fresh set of downs going up top. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, and why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Tight end now in motion. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. And now the Broncos call their first of 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And nice job by this defense, really being physical at the point of the attack. There's not a lot of holes, man. They run the ball on back-to-back plays. Aggressive linebackers playing downhill. Nice job by the D-line, owning the line of scrimmage. And now they got them in a situation where this is where they want them. 3rd and long, guaranteed passing situation.
Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Snaps it, and he has to have it. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
To throw, it's Graves. Quick completion on the out route. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
And defensively on 3rd down, man, that is absolutely your goal. You want to play top down, play back. If they want to dump the ball off to the running back, so be it. But you got to tackle him, and you got to get him to the ground. And that's exactly what this defense does, and they force the 4th down.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Out wide right, it's Buckley. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. 1 more snap coming before halftime. On the run, it's Buckley. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. The Broncos will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Deep in the end zone, it's Evans. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. He'll start the 3rd quarter with the run. Into the pile, maybe got 1. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. on the option. Now the toss. Pass to 6. Maybe some room here. They finally knock him down. What a great pitch and run on the option. And the Warhawks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking for running room. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Keep it on the ground. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a 1st down. The Warhawks have this offense rolling. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Working the ground game. They were all over it.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
3rd and 6 yards to go. A designed run for the quarterback. He is stopped well short of the 1st down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Good right down the boulevard. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll take it himself. Hit and stop right there. Not much on that pickup.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to throw, it's Lowry. Oh, pressure's coming. He's got it. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the 1st down. And the Broncos will punt this one away. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. Hauls it in at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Quick give. It's Jamison. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Jukes his way for more. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
They'll send the back in motion. Drops back on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Jamison. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Western Michigan is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He'll try the left side. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They give it to him again. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Warhawks will hustle to the line.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Dropping back, it's Graves. Back's got it on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Fires immediately. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Right side, it's Jackson. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Warhawks! And they take it in for 6 more points. Extra point here will tie the game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Could not make his way to the corner.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone action. Defense.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Lowry. Immediately fires to the middle. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Broncos send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Making his first move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Trying to establish the run. Pushes ahead for 1, it's 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. Changing the routes with his receivers. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires downfield. Out wide right, it's Elrich. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and long here. Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Hits inside, it's Jamison. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And now the Broncos call their first of 3 timeouts. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he's not even close to the line to gain, and the defense makes the stop. Running inside, it's Brooks. There he goes. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you've now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. And the Broncos line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Catch is made at the 15. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Here comes the Warhawks offense onto the field to go on the attack. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Warhawks headed quickly to the line. Dropping back, it's Graves. Under pressure. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. They'll take the penalty and move them back. The penalty pushes the offense back for this 2nd down. Making the adjustment. back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. He makes the catch. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. The line of scrimmage is the 34. That means a 51-yard field goal attempt with a chance to win the game. He's got it! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds.
Big-time moment. This place going bananas, cheering for their squad, cheering for this guy to miss the kick so he can't take the lead, but he delivers in the clutch, and this place just got really quiet.
They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese, making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
What a season it has been, and it's been great to share it with you. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis.